Okay, hello, welcome to our live stream. Today I will be growing up and scaling my project. Yesterday I led my project with three only values, doing only create, update, and delete request. In the morning I also added the get the I convert the delete to a soft delete. That means that instead of deleting from the database, I only put a delete time, and then I hide the value when I call from the database. Today I will growing up my database. Before I have only three values. Now, well, only six values, counting the created add, the dated add, and the deleted add. I added the I separated the name in first name, last name. I added the email, the password, the phone, the bears, and last login. Okay. Mm, I will do this name. First name equals to first first name last first name last name. Then I need the email, password, string, weird, time, a pointer to time, mm, um, the phone, yes, of course, phone, last, loading at, no, that's not, only this, first name, last name equals to last name, email equals to email, password equals to password. Mm, password here equals to here. ID. Mm, I will also JSON. Okay, anyway, you know, JSON first, commit empty, JSON one. I forget the. I need to know what's inside your updated. What happened? What was that? JSON created as JSON updated at JSON deleted at. Okay. Yeah, okay, the empty. I have a question. How can I use an omit empty while writing model or proxy program? Okay, there are other things I can add to a position value. Yes, go encoding. Okay, omit empty. That means omit the field if it has a zero value. Okay, string marshal the value of JSON with string instead of a number. Useful for okay. That's interesting. Only 3 things, okay? But I'm okay with that. Whole thing on validator, okay? I like that. Okay. The phone. That's really not. Okay, I would like to know what has before. Okay, I wanna check something. We have okay. Created that and okay. Here the phone number. That's doing that. Need have another question. Okay, administration, and I will go to the factory. Okay, it's numeric. The number. Okay, there are only numbers, 8 values. Administrator name. I need to this one. First name, last name, mail, password. Beer. No, the beer no. String. Um, okay. Last name. String. Clears. Time. On. String. I want to know if I go playground. Font. str returns string. So new. Yeah, okay. I want to know if I can return a new. Cannot use new as a string, but okay. But why? But what if I put this new? Okay, that's good to know. Phone string, okay, and that's all. Okay. Hmm. Create missing method body. Okay. I need to know create. Okay. If first name equals to administrator name, the first name is empty. if administrator, if first name is more than 100, the first name is too long. Okay. Administration phone. Okay. Administration phone. No. Phone is no. This needs to be is too long. If more than 100 to true, otherwise return false. Okay. If it's too long, as here, first name. Okay, I will go return new. If first name equals to return new errors dot new, the first name is too long. Else if last name equals to too long, empty. The last name is empty. New error, new the last name is empty. Okay. Email equals is empty. Return new errors, new. The email is empty. Man, it's too hot here. We are at 37 Celsius degrees right now in LaGuardia, and we are in a town nearby the city. I mean, I live like 8 kilometers from Santa Cruz de la Sierra, which is a city, and in the center of the city, where I lived before, there are like 3 or 4 grades higher than here. So 4 degrees, I mean, grades, degrees. You know, I'm not a native English speaker. I am learning right now. Doing this live stream, I learned a lot speaking. That's why I think that this is an important thing to do for me, because I know all these days that I was live streaming, I never seen somebody, and I wouldn't be able to talk to any of you. That I know that more people will watch this in the future and will go right here in this moment and watch what I am doing. But from now, nothing. I forget that I have this hat. 2025, great year. No, this isn't a great year, but there will be better years ahead. else if email no password equals nothing. Return new errors new. The password is empty. Else if password. Okay, that's all of the things I need. I know that the first four are named. Okay, else if first name is too long. First name, if it's true, return new errors new. Okay, I prefer format error. The empty first name. Okay. How am I supposed to do this right? The B. I want to get the name of the variable. Oh, okay. Sorry, I need to go other place. Minutes, please. sorry for that. Usually I like to be live streaming with a shirt, but here is hot, very hot. That means that I don't be, if I'm with a shirt, I will get heat, probably. That's why I am drinking water every single time. Mm. That's why I am sweating a lot. Even my water, I like a hour before, like 30 minutes before I entered here, I grab it from the fridge, and now it's hot, or isn't cold at least. Okay, I will go ahead with this. Errors new is too long. Okay, errors new is too long. The first name, last name, email authentic. Why? Error string should not be capitalized or end with a punctuation mark. Fix error. Why? Maybe this. First password is empty. Okay. First name is too long. Only 100. Name is this message good? Maximum length is 100 characters. Maximum length is 100 characters. Maximum length is 100 characters. LLC is too long. First name, last name. I would prefer if I delete this, because only if first name, if the length of first name is more than 100, if the length of last name is more than 100, return new errors, new last name is too long. Maximum length is characters. Let's see if length email is more than 200. Return new errors, new email is too long. Maximum length is 200 characters. Let's see if the length of the password. No, the password will not have a length. Just the password as an, you know, Let's say this. Creating versus hashing. As a how long is supposed to be the maximum in the backend before I hash it. Minimum length, okay. Maximum in is como 64. I will prefer 64. Return new errors. New password is too long. Maximum length is 64 characters. Let's see the line of password. Okay. The first name, the length of the first name. Validation. Only characters. It's only characters. If length password is less than 8, return new errors. New password is too short. Minimum length is 8 characters. What else? I need a validation here. How can I validate a string that can only contain characters? Lower case and upper case. Don't matter. Only characters. Regex, okay. I prefer the regex. The regex. Hello. If did it go okay? Which one is faster and which one is faster and which one is consumes less memory sort. Manual rooms. Speed, manual loop. Memory, manual loop. Okay. Is alpha. Returns. Okay. LC is alpha. First name. Okay, I will not include that because I don't need it. If it's letter unique. Oh, okay, it's a letter. Okay. Okay, I would like to test this in the playground. False, okay, false. Okay, false, okay. Okay. If return new errors, new first name contains characters that aren't alpha. Give me a better error. Contains okay. Contains non-alphabetic characters. Else is alpha last name. Return new errors. New last contains non-alphabetic characters. What else? The email. Give me root reggae for validating email. Okay. LT is man, that's good. That's good. those are good news. Fuck. I have good news. It is blowing a lot. No blowing. The sky is so windy. There are a lot of wind, and it looks like it's gonna rain later. That's a good. Those are good news because right now is pretty heat. Okay, it's valid email. Return new error new email is not valid. Bad. What else? What else? Oh no, that's the other one is for the telephone. I will check that later. As you may know, I don't care if the beer is empty and the phone is empty. But if easy is not empty, we are going to validate the date. The email, I validate the email. Can I know if a password contains everything that needs to be a safe one? There it gets, please. Please is with an E in the end. Sorry for that. Start of string, at least one lowercase letter, at least one uppercase letter, at least one digit, at least one special character, minimum length of 8 characters, and a link. Okay. I will use let's see. This is a strong password. Using a strong password. Email, no, password. New errors. Yep. Password using a strong. No, that's. And what else? Strong password. Beard. Okay. Else if I have a beard as an nullable one, that means that the value is a time time. But is if it is declared tense, I declare it how it's supposed to be managed. I mean, not only validating if I will only use the date, not the hours, horses, hours, minutes, and seconds. I need to know that the date I am using happens and exists. If you want to store a numerable bigger date in Go using time, only care about the date part, year, month, day, and also need to ensure the date is valid. Let's break this down step by step. Use time for numerable fields. Time allows you to represent an yield date, which is common for optional fields like birth date. Okay, parsing the date. Okay, parse date. Need to parse date. I am right now in the factory. I am not supposed to validate to parse the date here. Oh yes. Anyway, I will not parse it. Input date, okay. Okay, parsing the date. Time. Birth date format. Two 2006 January of 2. Handling values. I am not time parse. I will check something for here in my factories, mainly in the contract factory, because I have the something like the factory. I type contract start date, complete date, daytime, complete date, daytime, and the factory, the daytime start date. Let me check something. Okay, never mind. Maybe that I would like to pass it, not parsing, but I would like to see something first. Okay, in controllers, I create a variable, create and free JSON, okay, and then I use the handle create, and the handle create use a factory with a command. Okay. Right now in the factory, if I passes the date from the web handler and then to the repository and then to the factory, if the date isn't a real date, there were no errors before I grab it in the factory. Here are you receiving the JSON for the parser. Okay, I will not parse it here because I need to parse it before. Okay. Raw input. Go ahead, Tyler. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Next prompt I will appreciate it if you correct me if I am doing errors, typing or orthographic errors. Here's the prompt correction and then what I need. No, correct me because I am not a native English speaker, so I want to learn how to write and talk properly. No, please correct me because I am not. correct me because I am not native Shilby. Right, and speak properly. Okay, more natural. Phrasing, okay. Next. I need to know if the date I am using in the factory happens at least 80 years ago, because I don't want an administrator a minor as an administrator. Next, I need to know if the date I am using in the factory is at least 80 years ago, because I don't want a minor to be an administrator. Okay. Valid. Okay. Oh, valid date. Date, time. Bool. I don't want the error. I want a bool. If date is nil, the date is not nil. Okay, if the date is not nil, else if date birth is not nil, if okay, today, time now, years ago, today, at date, if birth date. What is birth date? Okay, birth after years ago returns nil, return nil, errors new, administrator must be at least 18 years ago. Oh. That's all for beer. And for phone, let's see, phone and the phone and phone if phone is less than 8 or when Phone is more than 8. Return new phone. What happens to phone? Errors new phone number must be 8. Must be phone number is I need a better message. 8 characters long. Errors new. Else if is numeric else is numeric on new errors new phone number can only contain numbers characters. The same with this message. Phone number can only contain numeric characters. Numeric characters. Okay. Return new administrator name, first name, last name, email, password, beer, and phone. And then we need it. And that's all. Okay. And that's all. I will return here later. I need to check if I done this well. Yes, this is good. to add the delete, restore, context, ID, UUID, UUID. Then return the administrator and the error. These are my function. This is my face of administrator. Other things you recommend to put here. These are administrator interface. What other methods will you recommend adding here? Okay. Get out of this fetching multiple administrator, get by ID. Get by email, get by phone, that's right. It is by ID. Counting, count active. If you support soft delete, so sometimes a permanent delete you need. Keep your repository focus on data access, not business rules. Anything that filters, count, or queries that okay. I would like to put the other that I would like get this. I would like to put the get completed here. Get by email context email string video and error. Get by on get context email string on string. Okay. That's right. That's a good one. Exists by ID, CDX, context, ID, UUID, DDO, administrator, DDO, error. Get by ID, get by. Oh, the phone. This by email, this by phone. Here I don't need the DTO, I only need the bool because I don't need the value. I only need to know if it exists or not. A boolean and an error, maybe, you know. I don't need the error actually. Bool error, okay. Here it says that I need get up in. Oh, I will not do using that. Counting, count active. Count all int error count and p int error and count. Let's see. Get by role. Here I would like to put the login context, email and password. I have a question. I am using the queries and the commands to pass information to the web layer to the handlers. But what about the repositories? There I need to pass the command or query, or I supposed to grab it in the handlers, parsing or using there and then sending the information I needed to the repository. I have a question. I am using queries and commands to pass information through the web layer to the handlers. But what about the repositories? Should I pass the command or query there, or I am supposed to parse it in the handlers and then send only the data needed to a repository? In a typical clean architecture layer, web layer, HTTP handlers, responsible receiving request JSON from the practical flow example. Create an instruction command. Only the entity. Oh, okay. Only receive the entity. That's a good thing to know. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Create login, email, parsing. I would like to receive a token, but for now, not. Bool and error. What about the login and session methods. But what about the login and session? What the fuck? Anyway, I mean here. Advice for login and session method. Avoid putting login in the repository. The repository should only manage data access, not authentic. Okay. Login is business logic handled in the servers or application layer. Repository. Okay. It is. Create a new result. Save session. Context. Save session. Not for now. Okay. I factory method. Okay. I end with that. I will continue to the details. Okay. I will go name ID first name last name first name last name email string JSON email password JSON. No, I don't need the password. In the DTO, I need the password. Create Okay, I will delete these things because I don't need to show phone with empty. No, the phone number is better to save it as a string. Okay, password no phone. Okay, there. Time is on. Bears with empty. Bears phone. That's okay. Okay. I wanna check something first. The domain page administrator. Okay. That's doing that. That's doing that. Okay. I need the command. Okay. I need the information I need to. I okay. That's good. The administrator. Okay. Create administrator. No, I need the domain here. Okay. I will not put nothing about JSON here because I don't. Here I will need it, and the DTO, but here I will not use it. nothing about JSON or other things. Name, first name, last name, string, email, string, password, string, where, time, phone, yes, and that's all. First name, last name, email, password, beer, the phone. The 6 things. Okay, these are pretty much the same thing, except that here is an ID. I need commands, video handlers. Okay, I will check that later. Video ID, an empty one, and another empty. Okay, how am I supposed to do the login if I am not doing a login method? Or is it better to do it with the get by email maybe, and then checking it with the and check if the password matches with the password in the database in the front end. Of course, I will not doing the validation in the front end. What I was asking was where in the backend I supposed to do it. What method I need to use where, because you told me that I don't put it in the interface. Of course, I will not do the validation in the front end. What I was asking is where in the backend am I supposed to do it? Which method should I use, and where, since you told me not to put in the administration report interface? Okay. Repository layer, administrator repository, method data access only. Method you will use is get when the repository reaches fetches administrator entity by email, including the password hash. Okay. Okay, I get it. I will do the, okay, repository, create, update, edit, restore. Okay, restore. Restore via put. Restore method should be a post. Get. I will only pass the ID. Should the restore method be a post or get? I will only pass the ID. Answer HTTP method for restore. Even though you are only passing ID, HTTP method should be reflect the action. Semantic, no use the data you present. Use retrieve data with post. Use post restore. Example. Okay. Okay. I like that. Okay. Post. That means that I at least exist. Okay. I will not do. I create a query for get all, get this, and get my ID. I need to do the same thing for get my email, get my phone, exist by ID, exist by email, exist by phone, count all, count active, and count delete. Here the correct version. Okay, yes, for each repository method that access database you. Okay. I want to use the phone. Only the email. Okay. Get by get administrator by email. Type get administrator by email stroke ID UUID. That's all. by email string. Okay. get administrator by phone query. I will check something first. Okay. Query. Yeah, administrator command. Yeah, okay. Later. Yeah, administrator by email. By query. Type get administrator by phone query struct. Phone. The administrator get administrator query. Okay. Get these administrators query. Okay. Handlers. The administrator handler. Okay. The command name administrator. The command. Okay. Yeah. First name. Command. Last name. Command. Email. Create email password. Email password. Mail and CMD. One. And then I need the. Okay. Delete handler. Is it delete handler? Here. Okay. First name. Okay. Last name. Indeed, last name. Email equals CMD email. Password equals CMD password. Mir equals to CMD mir. And that's all. Okay. I also need handlers, I have no error in handlers. Domain, I need to jump straight to the administrator handler, okay. Get my ID, okay. Okay, that's right. I need the repository here in my domain, application queries, get all administrator, get my phone, okay. The new file exists by ID query. Type exists by ID query. Administrator by ID query. Administrator short ID UUID, okay. Repository. Exists by email. Exists. Okay. I need a new one. Exists by administrator by email. Query. Type exists by email. Administrator by email. Short. Email string. Count all, count active, count delete. Count administrator query. Type count all administrators query start. Count active administrators query start. Count administrators query start. Type count deleted administrators query. Type count deleted administrator query start. I will check if it's raining. And no, it's not raining. Or maybe yes. But it's a little foggy outside. Okay, I do the complete administration handler. Mm, mm, okay. If I ID query context. Oh, okay. Queries here. Mm, okay. Get administrator by count active administrators query. Other. Now I count active administrators query. 100. Here I need the func age handler, administrator handler, handle count active context, and I need the query administrator queries count active query. I need to return something. Yes, an integer and an error. Count error equals to age repository count active and context and query. The ID administration by ID handler. No, I need the okay, I will not use the query. Error because near may return near and error return count. Okay. Or okay, I will leave it there. Administrator, here I need the count administrators other. Func age handler handler count all. I need the tx context and the query administrator and then I need the count and error equals to age repository count all. Okay, I need the count active count all and then context. If error is indeed, I return 0 and new int error return count and new. Then I will do the count, delete administrators handle count age administrator handler handle count delete ctx context and then the query administrator queries count delete. Okay, and then I count error equals to error repository h repository count deleted the context. If error is in a null, then return 0 and new return count new error. Exist administrator by ID handler func age handler handler count tests by ID context and then the query administrator query exist administrator by ID query test error equals to age repository exists by ID the query ID Okay. If error, return me what is the problem with this already? No arguments. Okay. Context. Coding. Okay. Let's see. Oh, exists administrator by email. I need to use something, please. Wait a second. Okay, I will leave the stream right here because I am hungry, and I will go to walk like a half hour. But I will do it. I will upgrade this and push it to the repository later, and even later I have German classes. So we will see us tomorrow. Hopes you do it good here. I would appreciate if you watch other live stream my before that live stream I did before this and the other ones. And that's all.